Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing to stand up.
You know, I think
Season 4, episode like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think I've about given up on the reverb on working.
Yeah.
Also, before we start, what? Okay, did you turn that down?
No.
Oh, I feel like it's so low, but
Last week.
yeah, it was super loud. So,
but it stayed green that time too.
Yeah, that's just weird. It never hit red, but I felt like everything was so loud. Let me, you just do what you gotta do. Introduce, and I'm gonna turn that down.
All right, guys. So Gonzalez Galyean season 4, not planned to be bi-weekly, but so far that's the way it's been. We're back. So we're giving you all a little break in between. It's just life happens. I don't remember what happened last week, if I'm being honest.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
You had to work late, right?
Yes. It was, goodness gracious. I had a very interesting week last week. It was all from the same thing. That's why, I wasn't there. Monday I got home probably in time. I think I got home right at 6:30. So I was like, yeah, it's just not going to happen. It was a stressful day. It just ended kind of stressful, and I knew that the next morning it was going to be worse because I was going to have to go back to that same place in Roxton, which is like an hour and a half away. Pretty much Paris. And so I was like, oh. And then Tuesday I didn't go to the bonfire because I didn't get home until 7:30 or 8, I think.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
7:45.
Because that's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to work on something.
I plan on going, but I think I'm cooking burgers tomorrow night here. So as long as I get home in time to cook them, eat, and then go. So I might be a little late. And then Wednesday, I went back to Roxanne again. I definitely got it home in time. I got home a lot earlier, but again, it was such a long day. I was so tired, so didn't go to church then. And then Thursday and Friday, I think were kind of chill. So, but it was
nice.
it was a long week, man. So yeah, that's why we didn't do it last Monday because I called it canceled.
You called it cancel?
I called it canceled. Cancel culture does in fact exist in Golden, Texas.
Yes,
here
it does.
Here in the Golden Podcast. So a little bit of good news. Well, I don't know if it's like on the local news or not. What we were just talking about. I'm not gonna say who because I don't like to spoil the guests that we're gonna have. So we have. Let's see. I think of 4 guests that we're wanting to have on the show this
season.
I was going to say semester. This season.
Start fresh next semester.
21
Pilots, yeah.
So we got 4 guests that we can think of that we want for this next season, season 4. And we have not asked any of them. Actually, we had someone approach us who we were already kind of interested in having as a guest. And so he will be on it. Most likely won't be, he's not going to be the next guest that we're going to have. But we do plan to have that in the works. The next guest we want to have, we have not even asked yet, but somebody else related to him had mentioned him. And so it's really just a matter of getting him and getting a good schedule, put him on there. But there's 2 other guests that we wanted, and I'm a little nervous about asking one. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to say yes, honestly. But if they do, that'd be awesome. But the other one that is somewhat, I guess, related. Well, definitely related. But yeah. I had talked to them this week, and we got the all okay. So they'll probably be the next guest after the one that's coming up. And I don't know exactly when that'll be. But my plan as far as the podcast is... And I haven't really discussed this with Steven, so we'll see. But I'm thinking, a good goal to have is at least every 3 months to have a guest. And the way I look at it, we have 4 guests that we're thinking of, but there's definitely going to be a 5th guest, 5th/6th at some point because we always do a youth camp special.
Right.
So it would really fall in line. What we're probably going to do is I plan to have the next guest in March, since February is dang near over with.
Yeah.
Have them in March, and then probably do April most likely. March. April, May we might do the next guest, May to June. So there may be a guest and then a youth camp special like right after.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the summer, have another guest. Then we'll just kind of go from there. And obviously the Christmas special might not even be any of those guests we were talking about. Maybe just something different. Did I say the Christmas or youth camp special?
You said youth camp.
Okay.
But then you just said Christmas.
Okay, yeah. The Christmas special, to me, is always the very hardest one for us to do.
Yes.
Because I feel like we really set the bar high on the first ones as far as getting a lot of people.
Because there's like 7 of us.
Yeah. I don't ever plan for the podcast to ever do that again as long as we are in this house. Like, we would need a way bigger setup, another ring light. There'd be a whole lot of things. And that's another thing that's kind of been holding us back as far as getting the guests is we are in a bigger room. So you think it'd be easier, but for some reason a little harder since we had these chairs. I don't know. I feel weird if we are in these comfortable chairs and then we put our guests in like that lawn chair or something. But we'll figure something out. So if not, they'll just be in a lawn chair. We'll be in this. It'll be fine. It's still pretty comfortable. So
with the lawn chair is like the hot seat. It's like you're being interviewed, so you're in the hot seat.
That's true. And you're like a little bit shorter too. So we'll just see. I feel like for some of the guests, like the one that I talked about that I got the okay with, I feel weird. Like I feel like because they're older than us, like for the respect aspect of things, that I want them to like be as comfortable as possible. Like I thought about inviting our guests on Saturdays at like 12 o'clock, and I'd make like a nice dinner or whatever. But I'm not going to because my house ain't big enough for one. And
I don't even get off till 12.
Yeah, but I mean, I would make the dinner or the lunch, and you would just pull up also. You know what I mean? But one, I'm broke, so like it would have to be burgers every time we have a guest, or like pizza, and I just bring it. And 2, I do not have enough room. Like I would have to get a picnic table and we just eat outside or something. And 3, if we did that, like I think it'd be a big thing. Like, be like, hey, you can invite your family, you invite your family, but then it's just like it's a big old thing, and then it's too loud around the house for a podcast.
And then it just becomes Fast and Furious.
Honestly, at that point, it does.
Yeah.
Wow, no true words ever been spoken in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a very controversial what I'm about to say. Maybe not, for the people out there, but I was thinking about a guest who we speak ill about all the time to having this podcast.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Huh?
I know you're talking about, yeah.
Who do you think I'm talking about?
Nick.
Okay, yeah, I'll just make sure. Yeah. I was thinking about it just because he's become more interesting lately.
He's tracking some fame, so we might as well.
So, we kind of need the publicity as well. But no, because he is, like, hunting a lot more, so there's, like, more interesting things to talk about. And Nick is a great storyteller, I think. Especially if you, like, compare him to me, him to I suck at it. But he's pretty good. He also over-exaggerates, so that's what, helps, But like with his hunting stories and with him working with the Element guys who also do a podcast, and also I think Nick's trying to start his own YouTube channel, posting hunting videos. I don't know if you watched it, but he did one of this past season. It was like 30 minutes long, but it was pretty impressive.
I didn't know he posted it like for the world to see.
He hasn't yet. Yeah, but like he showed some of us at my parents' house a couple weeks ago. And I was actually entertained. I think I was more entertained than the rest of my family, just because I hunt too.
Well, and you do video stuff,
and I do a lot of that. Yeah,
you have an interest in it.
Yeah, there's so many things in it that appeals to me.
Oh, it's like, all right, Nick, where was all this interest during Snap, bro? Come on.
That's what I was thinking, dude.
Yeah,
like we definitely could have used that.
He was too busy with his Justin Bieber hair chasing ladies.
Or his Andrew Garfield hair.
Or his Andrew Garfield hair chasing ladies.
Gosh. Yeah. Yesterday we were at my parents, and it was just Nick and Megan and my mom in the living room, and we were going through pictures and stuff and videos. I was like, oh, hey, Nick, you need to watch this old Snap video that we never posted. He's like, okay, Well, then I went to the living room and casted it, but it was, so I showed him 2 videos. One was Mr. Clarence, which they chuckled at. They thought it was kind of funny, but also creepy, which was the intent.
I need to watch that one again.
That's great.
Is it?
Well, it's just like the idea of it. It was really hard to watch because our TV was like glitching, so it wasn't as smooth. And then the first one I showed them was the Ottersons.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, they got a kick out of that one.
Did they?
And I was thinking, because I love that video too. I'm like, man, I wish we posted it. And now I'm like, hey, it passed like the family test. We need to post it.
Do we?
So,
I need to rewatch it.
yeah.
Too.
I also have the Suitcase on my phone, which isn't that great.
That's the one with Tim and Judd in it?
Mm-hmm, but that's why I like it. And I love the credits. And I do not have I don't even know what we called it. With everybody, like the big collaboration with the church. I don't remember what we called it. But it's on my computer, and I need to put it on my phone. But I like that one too.
Wasn't it just called like Escape or something?
No, there's no Escape, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get that one. And then...
Yeah, the huge crossover.
That was awesome, man. Was awesome. Then, this all started with Cops and Robberies, actually. Which is on YouTube. Which might need to be taken down.
Yes.
For the quality of it, and there are some words in the video that that definitely do not reflect Snap.
Yeah.
In any way. And it actually was not from us. It was from a guest that actually has been in the podcast, but it was way back when, you know. So, and then the other video, I never showed them this one either, but it was Catch and Hit.
Oh yeah, it was us.
Yeah, it was only like a minute long. It's 58 seconds. That one cracks me up, though.
Isn't it like a Lecrae song playing?
Any Minnie, I think. Uncomfortable.
Huh. That's an odd song to put on there. But...
It's also the very end of Mr. Clearance. Just like just the very beginning of the song. It's like, and it shows the emoji. Yeah. So, I'll which one do you say you need to rewatch? Mr. Clearance?
Mr. Clearance.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. That one's like almost like really, really good. The only what I really wish I still had, and I never had it, was one of the very first ones, the Bro Life.
Yeah, I have the second one on that phone.
The second one's alright too, but I think the first one was better.
Yeah, so one of us going to the store, like Nathaniel and I go to the store.
Yeah. And me and Matthew stay.
It's so good. It's so good because of like the camera work in it was really good. Yeah. I think at that point Nathaniel and I were watching The Office a lot.
Yes.
And that's why we were like I can just picture like Nathaniel like looking at all the name brand stuff, and him talking about how I always just go for the dollar store stuff even though it's the same price, and it just like slowly turns to me. I'm like looking at the off brand.
It was so great because it was so relatable, but it was also more relatable because it was very accurate on all of our personalities.
Yeah, to our personalities, yeah.
So, man, it was good.
And the second one was like me and Nathaniel. I was like helping Nathaniel prepare for his driver's test.
Yes, that's your house, right?
At my house.
And I think at that point, Matthew had lived there, right? He was living there.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think during Mr. Clearance, they weren't yet.
Yeah, maybe not.
But
yeah,
we also filmed the Ottersons too, but only like a couple minutes of it. But we didn't do too much. That's why I like the Ottersons, because there's so much dialogue. There's just good comedy stuff. And we filmed like a long scene really, really well. And we're just like no cracking up, nothing, just super serious. It was good.
Yeah, I'll have to watch them.
Oh, great, dude! They're awesome. But relive the days.
Any more local news?
No, what does this all start with guests? I don't even know how we got to that, but
yeah, Sarah and I got her car fixed. We got the transmission. I'm in it right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I noticed when you pulled up, it didn't have as much of the vibration coming in.
Yeah.
So you just left this thing at the house?
Yeah.
You just drove her car just to drive it?
Yeah.
Because you never drove it before?
No, I drove to Arkansas, Mac.
Y'all drove that to Arkansas after getting it fixed?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Did Axel go too?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it was just y'all two?
Yeah, just us two. And then I drove it to youth camp last year.
It was working then?
Mm-hmm. That's when we found out it was going out.
Oh, really?
It was on the way back. It wasn't shifting right. And I was like, hey, there's something wrong with the car. It's like, I'm going to drive it home, but you should go get it looked at.
That's good you figured it out, though.
Yeah.
Before.
So I wasn't even her husband yet. I was figuring out.
Dang, dude. Way to be a man.
I know.
Way to be a man.
But, yeah, we got that fixed.
Yeah.
Big chunk of change.
Yeah, those aren't cheap. I mean,
mm-hmm.
they're about a little over $1,000 or something, aren't they? just for the transmission.
A little over $1,000.
My guess is $1,500 at minimum.
No,
It's probably $1,500.
Like
Oh, really?
it's like
Dang.
the transmission is like $3,000, and then you gotta pay for the labor.
Mm.
And then
And it probably took like 2
they had
seconds.
to do all these tests to make sure it was the transmission. And then the battery went out, bro. I'm telling you, it's just like stack.
Batteries are at least $100.
Oh yeah.
But they already knew it was a transmission, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
So then why did they do the test?
One guy, because we took it to this one guy who's like, he said, yeah, that sounds like a transmission thing. I wouldn't touch it, but I don't touch transmissions. I take it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So then,
We knew it was a second opinion.
We knew it was a transmission thing, but when we took it to these people, they had to prove it was a transmission thing before they ordered a transmission.
Did they? You had to like pay for all those tests?
Yeah.
There's there gotta be a sound for that.
You
You double click?
Uh-huh.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here, man.
I never noticed the beep in there.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
There wasn't a beep that time. Did you hear the beep the first time?
I thought I did, but
Okay,
now
like a cuss word?
we just learning stuff today.
I don't know.
Also, in other local news, Steven made me aware that apparently Casey Musgrave is in town.
Yeah.
So if we get lucky, maybe with some inside connections that we got, maybe we'll get her on the show. But no promises. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not.
We can probably y'all want to bet money on it. We can bet money.
We can let her sit in the pink wagon. There you go, Casey.
She probably do that.
Yeah.
Say, sing dime store cowgirl.
Get her a
Say you're the
cowboy.
girl from Gold.
Tell her she has to wear one of these shirts.
Ooh. Yeah. And she'll leave with a Gonzalez Galyean shirt in her hands.
Sorry, Alejandro. We're gonna give her that shirt for publicity
Oh,
reasons.
dude. I kind of forgot that's his.
I still have a Spider-Man pop at my house too. Cause he wanted
Oh, man, I like the Funko Pops.
because there's the Tobey Maguire and like in Guatemala it was really rare.
Oh,
If
yeah?
you find a Tobey Maguire, get it for me. And I did. Bro never came home, bro. Came back, I guess, not home. But
Dude,
I still got it, Alejandro.
that's very appropriate for Spider-Man. He never came home. Far from
No
home.
Way Home.
No Way Home. Bro. Alejandro, do you still listen?
Yeah, do you still listen?
Are you here? Escuchas?
You gotta come be back on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, dude. We had some good guests the first season, you know. Just kind of
Yeah,
like
we
random.
came in hard that first season.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Daniel Davis deserves a redo too because
100%.
his episode is like butchered,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I think there are some people that need to come back for sure.
He needs to come back for the fact that we're going to have a better microphone, better sound, and it's not going to be near as hot as it was.
Yeah,
Golly.
yeah,
It was sweating, dude. It was brutal back in the day.
yeah, and we'll have some life to catch up on with old Daniel D. Because
I haven't seen it in a while, dude.
he don't come around no more.
Dang, Daniel.
Dang, Daniel.
Come on, son.
All
I
right,
think I just watched that episode that had that exact sound.
this one,
Mhm.
that exact one.
Yeah, because I remember that one has a cuss word at the end of it.
Yeah.
And we
We
cut
had
it
to
out.
cut it out.
Yeah. So I think it was that one. Anyways, on to. Let me get you started on. I
Is
wish.
this the 3-day long thing from last week?
No, that one's. I could explain that one. It would just be boring. It was just we had to learn something new that is apparently the hardest thing to do in copper, and we had no help. Then we had help. It was just a big old thing. But no, this happened the week before, the Friday before, and I don't know if you watch the news at all. So it was. We've been having a busy weeks. Just like
What does that have to do with the news?
just
Okay.
be patient, young
Okay.
one. Be patient. And so we've been busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one day, I guess somebody wasn't there, and the other guy was like in the east or something, and me and Steve, the guy I work with. Yeah, I know. I replaced you. His name is Esteban. Okay.
You're working with another Steven?
No, definitely Esteban. Matter of fact, anytime I tell a story to Jessie and I say Steve, she goes, Steve. Anyway, so Steve and I, we always work together, and we were having a non-productive day because there was nothing to do.
I don't want to hear the story about you and this other Steven.
Okay, me and Mr. S.
Okay.
Devon. So, we did our jobs, but then there wasn't like a whole lot to do. So then it was like about time for lunch. We're like, hey, let's go to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings. We pull up, we eat our lunch, and then we go back to our area. And we did 2 morning installs. They were super easy, no trouble tickets. And then our next job was an afternoon that wanted to be worked last of the day. So from 11 o'clock to this time, there's nothing to do. That's why we took our lunch, came back, and I was just fixing some stuff on the outside, on the street and stuff, just because they were like bent and broke and whatever. And there wasn't anything to do, so I'm like, I might as well stay busy. So I'm doing that. He did a couple. Then I sit at this one neighborhood for a couple minutes. Then I decided to go to that house, our last install, because the guy said it'd be about 3:30. At this point, it's about 2:30. On my way over there, I hear some ambulances, right? And I'm looking, and then it's starting to sound like there's police cars. I don't know, but I'm hearing them everywhere, and I'm looking. I can't see them, so I go and sit over there. As soon as I go and sit at this other house, which is a couple miles away, I see a helicopter fly by. I'm like, dang! So I text my coworker. He's like, yeah, it looks like it's a hospital one, right? Care flight. So okay, and then another one flies over. Another helicopter. I was like, dang, that one had like something on it. Looked like maybe a camera. And then he sees it, yeah, I think so. And then another one starts flying by. I'm like, all right, I'm going back. So I drive back. Freaking 2 helicopters just like stationary in the air, like not moving at all, pointing in one direction. And then the other one, by the time I got there, I think they were coming back up, the care flight. Pulled to this neighborhood, and there was cop cars everywhere. Private investigators, Texas Rangers, everything. FBI, whatever. And just like on this one street, but he's like, hey, no, I think it happened at the school. I was like, dang. So I look, and I can see the school over here, and I'm at this other intersection where I can see the street. And this one's closed off with tape, and then that road's closed off with tape also by the school. I'm like, what is going on? So I try to drive by, whatever. And then we look on the news to see what is happening, and it was a shooting, right? And it involved the street and over there by the school. It didn't happen in the school, it just ended at the school. So there's like cop cars everywhere. So finally I pull around to the school, get out of my truck, and I just start walking. I have my coworker in my headphones. And so I'm talking to just normal people on the streets or whatever. It's like, what happened? And the guy's like, I don't know, man. Some guy came with a switch drum. I was like, dang. Like, he shot a drummer at the school? I don't know what a switch drum is. I don't know the lingo.
I don't know either.
So apparently, so then my coworker in my head, on the earphones, he's like, dang, dude, a switch with a drum? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy out here.
Bro, that's
crazy out here, bro.
Man, he had a switch with a drum. Can you believe that? And so I asked him, like, what is that? He's like, so it's like an automatic, basically. Mm-hmm. A handgun, automatic handgun, pretty much. And a drum is like the circular. So the clip is like 50 rounds.
The circle thing, okay.
Your normal handgun's like 6 rounds. So this has 50 and automatic, So like, you can unload. I was like, oh, okay, dang, So then, as the story unravels, 2 people go into custody. One is dead, I think. And then maybe one was care flighted. I don't know. Pretty intense. And I was like, dang. So then a couple days roll by. Now we're doing that day in Roxton. And I was talking to my boss because he was with us. And he was saying what had happened. All I knew is it started on that street and it ended on that school. But apparently it's a drug deal gone bad. And guy pulled up, probably just didn't pay the drug money. Homeboy started shooting at him. Yeah. Bop, 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 bop. And he started driving like, and went to the school to try to get help, apparently. And then that's where they stopped him. I don't know. They got both of them there or what. And called it quits, man. There's a driver and a passenger. I'm thinking the passenger is the one that died or got killed. I don't know. And then the driver was taken into custody, I think, also. I mean, they're drug deal, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like, I want to say there's definitely more than 50 police cars and probably close to like 70 emergency vehicles. And it was all over the news. I was kind of driving my truck kind of close to the camera, hoping I'll get on the news and whatnot. You know, good billboard, driving billboard there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I don't know. It was intense. I didn't know what's happening. And then like 2 days later, we get like this email. It's like a safety thing, like a safety app that we can have, like a distress button. Or if like something like that happens, we'll know. Which they're already planning on doing it. But I just find it ironic that we got it sent out like 2 days after this big thing happened. So, and then one of the supervisor for equipment was talking to our splicer. It's like, yo, man, do you hear about that shooting that happened in Forney? He's like, yeah, man. Ryan was right there the whole time. So we were like, when it happened, we were within 1,000 feet from when it happened, from it. So it's pretty dang close. Could have been me, dude. Could have been me at that bad drug deal. I could have not paid my drugs.
It's true.
Money.
Luckily, you always pay for your drugs, though.
Always, every time, never missed a payment. Regularly scheduled. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Let me see. Look, I had a work story or two. Oh, I hurt my toe at work. This one right here.
It's not a work story. That's just a fact.
It hurt. You know, like,
I get hurt every day at work.
You know what a pallet jack is? The thing that goes like.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the pallets go.
The Louds always had it.
And you pull it out. I guess. So
We used to always drive on it.
Well, that's a forklift. A forklift. This is like a mobile one. It's got like a handle,
I know.
like a big old handle, like a.
Yeah, it's a forklift one that you push.
Yeah, these are like automatic though.
Automatic. Yeah, like
Man,
theirs,
like,
you had to like pump it up, you know.
Yeah, like that's a
Pump the
manual
jam.
one. This is like it runs on a battery.
Why ain't you fancy?
You push a button and it goes, so you don't have to. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
So yeah, I know what you're talking
so
about.
they're battery powered, and this one's like a Toyota, I think. It's got some speed on it.
Go places.
It goes places, and guess what? It went all up on this foot. I was like, I went to stop it to break it,
Where does it go? To my foot.
and it goes up, and like runs like up on my toe and like bends it, bro. Like this way.
How'd you get it back? How'd you fix it? How'd you turn it back to the straight way?
God did it, bro.
Amen, bro.
Anyways, I was like limping.
God gonna heal you from your head to your toe.
That's right.
Man.
And I just figured something out at work, and I texted Justin about it, and he said, "Thank you, Steven, you're a stud." I said, "I don't feel like one because this just happened." I told him,
More like
and
a
he's
stub.
like, "Yeah." And he like comes walking in the door, like he was gone. When he comes walking, he's like, "Let me see it." I'm like, I haven't even looked. I said, "I don't even want to look at it," and he's like, "Well, it happened at work, so I have to see it. Like, what does it look like?"
I don't know if he like has to, does he?
I don't know.
Unless he like
I
goes
guess
to the
like-
hospital or like doctor or something.
I guess because like I could press charges. I guess maybe because it happened at work. I don't know. So I showed him, and it wasn't even bleeding or anything. I'm like, what? And then it wasn't even like bruised. And I was like, dude, this thing is like in so much pain. And like this is Thursday, and then Thursday night I drive to Arkansas. I was getting into bed, took my socks off. Bro, that thing was purple as heck. Bro, I'm like giant and purple. And then like Saturday it got worse, and it's finally slowing down. Like, I knew I wasn't broken because I could move it, but I can't like curl it. It hurts. You want to see it?
No, you can leave that little piggy where it is, wrapped
Yeah.
up in his blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucked.
This little piggy had the serum juice from Despicable Me 4.
Oh yeah, purple. Mm-hmm.
What did y'all go to Arkansas for?
I went to Hot Springs.
Again? Isn't that where y'all went for your honeymoon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, like
Just
I
for
asked,
fun or?
yeah, it was like a 1 year like thing because you know I asked her out
Okay.
on Valentine's Day last year. Right, I've asked her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So we've been officially together for a whole year. We were like 1 year from being married, but together
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know
So I was
they
So I'm
know
explaining
what you
it.
mean.
But yeah. And she just wanted to get away for the weekend.
It's good. It's good.
So that's what we did.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed out. Didn't even know y'all left.
No.
Sat by myself yesterday.
Oh yeah, at church.
Yeah, well, Nick and Megan were helping like the children's church.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, but sit by myself. And Miss Kim Osborne's like, well, you can sit here if you want. Like, I don't know, or like if Matt's coming or whatever, but there's like extra room. So no, it's fine. I'm not sitting by myself. So I sat by myself, and then Kathleen pulled up or walked up, and so she sat with me. So, but you know, I sat in church for like 15 minutes by myself.
Yeah, bro. That'll do something to a person too. You don't sit at church by yourself.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
It's a sad time.
I was still praising the Lord, though. You know, in the good times and
In the good times and the bad times.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I could use a vacation. I just don't think we're gonna go on a vacation for quite a while. I think my next vacation I'm gonna be going on is youth camp, and it's not like a vacation, you know. So,
It's vacation enough.
yeah,
me.
well, I don't like to like call it or see it as a vacation. It's like if you go on a mission trip, to call it a vacation is like it seems wrong. Because you're there
Yeah.
to work. You're there to serve.
Right.
Amen. Last vacation I feel like I actually went on was a year ago. We went to Iceland.
Iceland.
But that was like the vacation of vacations for me. So I don't know. Like next time I do a vacation like that, I'm going to be broke. So guess really save up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertainment. What you got?
Did you watch Captain America yet?
We did.
Really? Did you
Watched
like
Hot
it?
Springs.
I forgot it came out. So I thought about watching it on Saturday because we went to get a massage on Saturday and go eat out, have a little date for Valentine's. Yeah.
Massage.
It's a little handsy.
Yeah.
It's a little handsy. I ain't gonna lie. The good thing was, so the first time we ever got a massage was like the month after I went into remission. We're in Florida, and Jesse went to this room. I went to this room. The lady was super rough. Like I didn't really care for it. Also, just feels awkward that you're like half naked in a room with a different woman,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that your wife is the same thing but with a dude. So like we're like, okay, we're gonna do like a massage together in the same room, and we did. And it was like a Chinese couple, per usual. You know, it's a massage parlor.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a stereotype. And they didn't speak great English, per usual.
Just another stereotype.
Just a stereotype. Anyways, they were a couple, so it's like, yeah, it's cool. And yeah, but like, I don't know, she was like, I don't know, this just felt a little too handsy sometimes. Like, I don't know, like how this works, but I was like, I felt more comfortable because I was like, hey, my wife's right here, we're good. Like, this is what they're supposed to do. But then, like, there was one time, like, thankfully this did not last long, but she was behind me, I guess, working on my back or whatever, my lower back, I guess.
So she had to get up on top.
Bro, she spread my legs.
Oh no.
She spread my legs and put her legs in between my legs, and then like leans
Nah.
over and starts working on my back. I'm like, I don't know, this feels a little weird. And then she gets a phone call from like another customer, and then she like gets off, takes a phone call, and then she like doesn't get back. Like that. I was like, this is weird. So it was awkward. But and then like it's also like I couldn't hear him at all. So I was like, what's happening over there? My face is like all buried, you know. So but we both said that our favorite part was like right towards the end. They put like a warm towel on your back. Oof, felt good. So, but I don't know. It wasn't bad. Like it was a really good massage, and like if I had to do another massage, I would definitely take that one over the one we had in Florida.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so no, we hadn't watched the movie. We thought about it, but Jesse really didn't want to stay away from the baby like a really long time, and we're definitely trying to get back before it got too dark because her parents are watching the baby. So we're really only gone for like 3 or 4 hours, and then we went to Fresh, got some meat, some steaks, some jalapeno poppers that are pre-made, and then some lamb rack. Never made it before, but then I came back and I grilled all that, but the lamb was perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, like so good that, you know, when we have guests on the show, you know, I may cook for them. No, honestly, I had thought about inviting y'all next time I made some, so y'all can have it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Sierra probably likes lamb, I would
Yeah.
guess.
I bet you, like, if you like steak, you'll probably like it. It tastes very similar, but better in a sense, like its own little twist. But in Iceland, like that's what they're known for is eating lamb. And some of the best meat I ever had was in Iceland twice. One was at a nice restaurant and it was perfect, and then the other time was literally like it was at a souvenir shop, but they had like a little buffet and they just had like a bunch of those meats. And now I was like, I'll try it, and it was way too good for being out of a buffet. It was really good. So, but no, as far as entertainment, not a whole lot. Although we did start The Office.
Oh yeah.
Never seen it fully through, but you know, it takes forever to watch things, but thankfully they're short. So we're already on season 2 after like 2 days of watching it. So
Yeah. Season 1 is really short.
okay, maybe that's why.
It's only like 6 episodes. I
But
think.
didn't you say season 1 is like you had to get over season 1? I didn't think it was that bad though. Honestly,
Yeah,
there was
it's
like
not-
some kind of iconic episodes in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the basketball episode
Yeah,
is really like I feel like it's iconic in my eyes. And
Yeah.
then the diversity day one.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. But the basketball one I like a lot because he like picks him and he's like Stanley obviously and he's like why obviously. It's so funny. And then
Stanley cracked me up.
he dribbles like that.
Yeah,
It's funny.
it was good. It was a good episode.
And then like everyone that he like doesn't pick when they walk out of the room they just like throw their stuff
Mhm.
away, it like sinks it. Yeah, it's funny. That's
It's good.
exciting. We're still in like season 7. We haven't watched.
Oh, y'all been watching it?
Mm-hmm.
I know Emily and Axel are too.
We haven't watched any in a while.
It's because we're watching Psych as like our show to watch whenever we just have nothing to do or like when we're eating or something.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Psych so many times. We're like, hey, let's start a show, and it was either New Girl or Office. And I was like, I wouldn't mind watching New Girl, but I think I'd rather watch The Office first. So
New Girl, I was thinking about that too, though. Actually, it might have been today. It's like when we finished The Office. I think New Girl. I think Sierra would like New Girl.
yeah, my thing with New Girl, because I've seen some episodes with Jesse, I just don't think it has that same tier as like The Office or Friends, those type of shows. Like I think it's one of those shows that probably is really good and fun to watch, but like for me, Psych and Friends, like I can watch that at any time, doesn't matter what episode, and I'm probably gonna be okay with it. That's why I chose to watch The Office, because I've seen so many episodes with you and Nathaniel and Matthew just here and there. And then, like, anytime we go and we get a hotel somewhere and we turn on the TV and it has random channels, I'm normally going to find The Office.
Yeah.
Because it's just something like, you don't necessarily have to watch in chronological order or whatever.
No, you don't.
Just kind of watch whatever. Plus, I know the premise of it, and I know, like, Jim and Pam, that type of stuff and all that. So, I know what to expect, for the most part.
Yeah. Good.
What about you? What have you been watching? What you got?
Well, we did watch Captain America.
Yeah? What you rate? Because I'm not I'm not stoked about it. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I think it'll be decent or maybe even good, but I don't think I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll love it. Honestly,
I think it
don't
might
know
be
if
a
you'll-
forgettable movie.
I see. I find it was good. In my opinion, like I thought it was pretty well made. I just feel like for some reason that it either needed to be a series or it needed to be longer. It didn't feel long enough.
Didn't feel quite like a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt short. And I don't know if it was short. I don't know what the runtime was, but I think it's because I was actually really enjoying it. Because Marvel, like, you know, it's kind of hit or miss now. You don't really know if you're gonna enjoy it,
Mhm.
and like it was like it's someone familiar. Instead of them like testing all these new people and stuff, it's like, all right, this is Sam. We've known him for a long time.
Yeah,
He's Captain America now.
and I like him, and I like his character.
I like him. I like him as Captain America, and like finally seeing him be Captain America, like because in that show he's like dealing with whether to be Captain America or not. I'm like, I'm really digging this. Like,
Yeah.
I felt almost like a kid again, and it's like the thing watching like, yes, like finally, you know, like some good old Marvel, and then it was just over,
Mm.
and I was like, dang it. But I would say for the most part, the CGI holds up until the big red monster shows up,
That's
and I'm just like,
you could have done better.
why though? Like, see this, there's a fight that happens earlier in the movie that looks 10 times better, which it's probably not as expensive as having to making
Is it
9-foot Hulk.
the same character, or is it just a different fight in
It's
general?
just a different fight in general. And I was like, see, it looks like they spent way more money on that fight than this one, which they probably didn't though, because there wasn't a giant Hulk running around.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the thing is, in 2012, it looked good. I don't understand why it doesn't anymore.
It's so sad.
But I know what I was telling Sierra too, what it is though. It's also because they'll be like, when they announce a movie, they announce the date. Captain America 4 is coming out in 2025. It's okay. Well, why put a date on it? Announce it and make it right, because I feel like that's what it is. There's too much rush. They're rushing it. Yeah, they're rushing the CGI. They're rushing the artists, and it's like, just make it good. Like, that's all.
And you know who works good under stress? Nobody does.
Nobody. And I will say that Marvel has slowed down though. There for a while they're putting like 3 movies out a year,
Oh my goodness, felt like every other day.
and this year, like last year, it was like only Deadpool. And this year it's like only Captain America and the Thunderbolts, I think. So it's like they are slowing down. So I feel like they're getting back into that. And what I heard the other day, controversial or not, is that they fired all their like woke activist people
That'd be
at
good.
Marvel. So now everything coming out, like some of it might still have some of that junk in there, but they're trying to get like all that stuff just pushed out. Like apparently like the Fantastic Four's got some of that in there. But
Dumb.
from going on forward, they said that they're working more on just like stories and stuff again. So well,
Yeah,
good.
it'd be nice if they just get rid of that crap. Like it didn't. I don't care if it's for like the other side, for the other side, or if it's for the side that I agree with. I just don't think there's like a need for it. Just make a movie to make a movie, man. Just make a real good movie. When you throw in extra stuff, you're gonna offend somebody, and that's either one half the population or the other half. So, and it just doesn't make sense to the story to me.
One thing
That's why I didn't like. That's why I'm not as excited about the Captain America movie, because I didn't like the show for that reason.
Yeah, there wasn't anything like that in the movie though. I don't think. I mean, like the most like he says it in the trailer that like you're not Steve Rogers.
Yeah, and that's different to me. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like for the show to have some of it in it made sense, but I feel like they pushed it too much.
I don't think there was anything really political in Captain America. Well, not political. It's all about politics with Captain America, but like I mean like
About race or
woke.
something, or
Yeah.
woke. Yeah, but I would expect that as far as the Captain America going, whether it was a white and black or if it was just a white and another white or whatever, I would still expect it just for the fact of taking place over Captain America. But for that reason too, I mean, it makes sense. I don't have a problem if they do it for something that makes sense.
yeah, and they just. I don't know, like, I guess with Thunderbolt Ross, they brought up a lot of stuff that happened in, like, that Edward Norton Hulk movie, too. So it was just neat, like, seeing them reference that. I'm like, that movie does exist. So it's nice for them to, like, at least acknowledge that.
It,
Yeah. Which I know Ross has been around the whole
because
time.
that was, like, technically the first Marvel movie, was it not?
That
Didn't that come out right before?
I think it was right after Iron Man.
Oh, it was right after? Okay. Yeah,
So
because
they're
the
like-
after credit scenes of Iron Man is...
Approaching him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they call him the Hulk Hunter or something like that. I'm like, ooh. Nice. But other than that, I haven't really watched anything. Still watching One Piece, which I will, like I said, for the rest of my life, I'm probably going to be watching One Piece.
100%.
So. I did watch the first episode of that new Spider-Man show. The
Did it
first
already
2
come out?
episodes, actually. Yeah.
It's good?
It's alright.
Okay. Might watch
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I can't say that it doesn't have a lot, that it doesn't have an agenda
Yeah, I
in
figured
it, huh?
I figured it would.
But like, some of it's pretty neat. Like the art style is really cool. The story is really good. Like the story's got me.
That's why I wanted to watch it, was for the art style of it. I thought it looked real fun.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think there's like 5 or 6 episodes out. I've only seen 2 of them. But
What about Invincible?
I saw that was coming out. I have not watched it though.
I think I barely finished the last season.
I want
That
Sierra
was
to
good.
watch it because she's like into anime.
Yeah.
And she like, there's a couple times when she'll be like, "This one's pretty violent though," and like it gets pretty gory. I'm like, I don't I don't know if it can be gorier than I'm not saying that it can't be, but Invincible's pretty dang gory for a cartoon.
Yeah.
I feel like if I've seen Invincible, I can handle whatever you're gonna throw at me. But I don't
Anytime
know.
I throw that show on, Jesse like cannot watch. But I watched like half of the first episode, and I don't know if I'll finish it or not because it is just like almost too much.
Is it?
Like, it doesn't bother me. It's fine, but I just feel weird watching it. And sometimes it takes a lot of energy for me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like the last season, I really did enjoy. And I enjoyed every episode. But once I get to like the very end, I was starting to lose energy again to actually finish it, though. So,
I think my thing with Invincible is I feel like it needs to be one of those things where they drop all of them. Like, I don't really want to wait a week.
mm-hmm.
Like, some shows it works and some shows it don't. And I feel like I would finish Invincible if it was all dropped at once.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's Beast Games was every week, but that was actually like something to look forward to. I liked it, so and it just ended last Thursday, so pretty good.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
On to.
Dude, I don't really think.
Oh, look at here. I can look at mine now, too. Because
Hey.
I got that other phone on the thing.
My phone barely has any battery.
I got 2 phones. So I'll tell you what.
Yeah. What's up?
You know, I went to that T-Mac
Yeah,
concert,
I was gonna ask you about.
and it was good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they had that. Do you ever listen to Kane? You do?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I know them. Yeah. They're in
So
that
I
Forest
downloaded their
song.
album. I like them. Their setup was cool. their energy's different.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, I think the boy guy's kind of goofy, but I mean, I think that's just kind of part of their act, and like you can even hear it in their music. You see that he must just be like a funny, goofy guy. But
Like
They got some
goofy
good
or
music.
like goofy?
I think he's just kind of goofy.
Okay.
I mean, he walked out in glittery gold
Little
pants.
goofy.
He's wearing these glittery gold pants and like a glitter. That's a weird word. Gold vest. I was like, yo, this guy is something. But I mean, I think he's just goofy. And they're all siblings,
That's all right. Okay.
so I feel like this is probably like his sister's thing, and he's in on it. But the thing is, I don't know them.
Oh yeah. You don't know them?
I was literally like I watched them perform like 5 songs on stage, and then I downloaded like their latest album, and I like them.
They ain't bad.
I like the song "Made for Heaven," I think is what it's called.
I know Jesse has a lot of the music.
"Made for Heaven." That song's fire. It's like the main hook is like, "We might be here for now, but don't forget where we're going." You heard that one?
Had not.
That's heat.
I heard that.
That is-
I'm homesick.
That's Kobe James.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
I like that song a lot. But they've also got a song called "What Would Jesus Do." I like that one a lot. Based on the bracelets.
Yeah, that makes sense. WWJD.
WWJD. So that would be my thing. Listen to some Kane.
Because you can.
Because you can.
See, my problem with them, and I was telling Jesse, is their name's Cain.
Right. Is that their last name?
Cain killed Abel, bro.
Oh no, Kane's the bad guy.
Cain's a bad guy.
Or
Maybe he's supposed to represent that, hey, we're sinners. I don't know. It could be their last name. Probably is their last name.
Oh, see, this is what he looks like up close.
What's his name? Michael?
Yes, sir. This is Michael Kane. Look at here. I can do lookups now on the podcast.
Hey!
What do we know?
I should just give you my laptop. It would have been a lot easier. That's kind of what this computer's for,
Yes.
but...
Kane is a contemporary Christian music trio composed of siblings Taylor, Madison, and Logan Kane. So yes, that's their last name. Dang, none of them married though. They still all share the last name.
Halo Goofy.
Shut up. If I was gonna say something about, Oh, they started this. They have a song called Trouble, which is pretty good. But they started off at the concert with the Come Together song. That Come Together. They started like they started talking about Jesus. Like, Jesus wasn't known. They started like, then it was like Come Together right now. It was really good. I'm really hoping that was on their album, but it wasn't.
Have you heard Third Days Come Together?
I think so.
They're very similar to that, I think.
Really?
We got to come together to make it all right. Got to come together. Anyways,
Yeah, it is right. They have it right here on YouTube at least.
they need to have
I'm gonna play it on
their their slogan to be like Bob the Builder, man.
You
Can we do it? Yes, we
Yes,
can.
we can.
OG right there. He could do anything. Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
God, was crazy. He was better than Handy Manny. I can tell you that for sure.
Oh yeah. Not just because
Talk about a stereotype. Handy
Because he's
Mandy.
white. Yeah, for real.
Golly, that
Yes.
was. They did my man dirty.
Disney was trying. They were trying to do the Dora thing. You know, teach kids Spanish. That's what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they were trying to reach the boys.
But on Handy Mandy.
Yeah. See, we had to learn Spanish from girls when we were young. Then they made Go Diego Go
Hey,
when like Bradley was a kid.
Diego was cool, man. He was a goat.
Not in that live action movie though. He was weird.
Yeah. But he still had to get Dora's help that one episode for soccer.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I don't got no music.
Me. Okay. Me either. Other than Kane.
Yeah. Is it reflect or is it? Yeah.
Reflect and deflect.
I'm glad you know where that button is.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know. I'm like, is this it?
Man, I feel like we had a pretty solid episode.
Yeah.
I feel like even when I talked about controversial things, I had a good take on it. So I feel there's nothing to apologize for.
Yeah.
If the sound was a little too loud at the beginning of the podcast, apologize for that. I do also apologize for the sound of 2 weeks ago's last podcast. That was uncalled for. Our engineering team should have picked it up, stepped it up.
Mm-hmm. We need a team.
Do it.
We need a team.
We do need a team.
We just need to start paying someone to do all our crap.
Yeah, but like we don't make money for this, so it's like kind
No.
of hard. I mean, we do have this fat roll of cash.
We'll give you this for a whole year.
I'd still be like thinking about things we can use this cash on for the podcast. But normally, like, I probably spent $50 in the past year or so on like miscellaneous stuff for the podcast, as far as like little cords, a little dongle. But I'm like, nothing's like to me worth me taking out of that. You know what I mean? Now, if we bought like a new soundboard or like a new one of these mixers or like more ports, maybe. What I was really hoping is when I don't even know how much is in there, but we can get different chairs than these, like some actual good ones. But we need some more shirts.
Well, we need to get some. Yeah, we need to get more merch, and then more money will come.
More money would come in more much.
We need more merch. I know y'all want that season 4 merch with that new logo.
It is pretty fire. You got a reflect deflect on that?
No.
You get some heck nows?
Heck nah.
Heck no, you have no heck nows?
Heck no, I got no heck no.
Heck no.
Heck no.
I feel like we're better at saying that than him now. It's crazy.
Heck no.
Heck no.
Heck no. You mean like in real life?
No, than that.
Heck nah.
Heck no.
Heck no. No, bad. Oh, bro. Every time I forget to turn on that, though.
I had to go to Caleb. I still have to go up to Caleb. Like, how long it been? Too long. Too long,
15
Steve.
years.
About 50. That one didn't win, and to me it was so crazy because it was so funny to me. Because
That's a good year.
that was a good skit. Because they had Bradley go in that closet and someone else come out that had shorter hair than him. Like he got the haircut.
They look pretty similar to him.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah. Heck no. What do they ask him in the skit? It's something to him. He's like, "Hang on." It was like it was such a blunt answer. That's what made it funny.
Yeah. He said real fast too. You know.
Yeah.
Straight to it. I don't remember where they asked him though.
Yeah. So where does that strip? All right. I'm trying to watch the Mr. Clarence video.
Oh yeah. We better end it. Episode 95 of the Gonzalez Galyean podcast, guys. We love each and every one of you, except for our haters.
Oh, this is the Lightning McQueen episode, and we didn't even talk about cars.
Dang, ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chugga.
Last night we started Loki.
Yeah.
She started watching Loki.
Loki what? Like Loki started.
Yeah. And like Owen Wilson shows up. She's like, "Is that Owen Wilson?" I'm like, "Yes, it is, and he's amazing. Let him be. Let him be." She's like, "In a Marvel, let him cook." Where? All right. He's like, "Talkie."
All right.
Right.
Gonzalez
Galyean
out.